this is the monthly horoscope for Pisces for the month of October 2022, and there is a lot going on in the charts. This month, your theme song is going to be on the ninth house. Okay, so we're dealing with subconscious stuff, spirituality, immigration, popo, judges, people from your past that owe you money coming up at this time with this energy, ending of long-term relationships or long-term situations. For some of you, this could be a move or relocation happening because either you're not getting along with your landlord, you're not getting along with HOH at this time. HOH costs a lot of money at this time for some of you. You're not willing to pay that. Or it could be a situation where you're not getting along with neighbors at this time and kind of fighting with neighbors. For some of you, you could find yourself like a revolving door of friends happening for you during this time period. For others of you, this is going back to school. This is learning a new language during this time period. This being more invested in your religion with this energy as well. Let me see what else. This is you learning a new philosophy, being more about your subconscious mind, using this time period to work on yourself, fighting in the courts at this time. For some of you, this is a karmic period for you, okay? So, all the stuff that I was saying. So, like, I don't know which... So the South Node is playing in that ninth house, and we have like a lot of energy in there at this time. So note that. So those are going to be like kind of like the theme songs for all of you. Take it as it resonates for you, because some of you could be really going through it because they're also going through your Saturn return. So those of you who are 27 and stuff like that could be going through it. We could be also, if you're watching for your children at this time who are like 13 years old going through their Saturn Dasha, this could be a time period where certain family members pass away and stuff like that. Certain things may no longer apply in your life anymore with this energy. So this is not the easiest energy time for anybody right now. Okay, so on the 2nd, Mercury goes direct at 5:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So during this time period for the next 2 weeks, so to the 16th, Mercury is going to be in shadow period, which is like we're still going to go through that Mercury energy, okay? We're going to still go through the same stuff that we've been going through when Mercury was in Virgo, then when Mercury was in Libra. So we're still dealing with those energies. So this could be a time of discovery when truth is revealed. You may probably, you may probe deeper into some mystery research at this time. You could be learning something new at this time about your career and kind of like updating yourself with your career. This is a time when secrets can also come out for some of you. This could also be a misuse of personal information. So be careful with credit card fraud at this time with this energy. Be careful of what you get involved with, especially when it comes to get rich quick schemes, or when it comes to like money making ideas, or when it comes to online opportunities such as branding ambassadors and things like that. Okay, now if somebody's been having a problem getting scammed and stuff like that, and you've been reading about it on the internet, and then all of a sudden start popping up with like money stuff and stuff, don't be answering it, okay? And be careful with like the social media and what you like at this time, okay? Also, this is not the easiest energy. This could be dealing with separation and loss. So whoever has to leave your life at this time, let them leave your life. You can be going through some major changes in the first 2 weeks of March, and then on top, not March, okay, the first 2 weeks of March of next year, you'll be going through some major changes. Also, if you did go through some major changes this year, you're still going to go through it because Pluto is still going to, not Pluto, South Node is still going to be in there at this time. So you're really going through it with this energy. So just be careful with this energy here. Some major people in your life, important people in your life could be leaving your life at this time because the lesson that you had to learn from that experience is over, and whatever karmic lessons you two had together is over with as well, okay? So this is like very pivotal changes happening for you. But also what's going to happen during this time period, Juno goes direct at this, no, Juno goes back into Pisces, And so you could be reconnecting with new people in your life that are possible potential soulmates. And I believe that, the first house, the seventh house, and the second house deals with like relationships. So this could be a time period where you could find your soulmate. So if you leave that significant relationship or that significant relationship, like a long-term marriage for like 21 years, 13 years, what have you, leaves, then the soulmate will enter. Or you may pursue somebody and have like a really like strong obsessional connection with that person, and that could be the soulmate. So this could be a time where the soulmate starts coming in, because whoever we were thinking about like since last year, this could be like the soulmate connections happening. So I feel like when Christmas, a lot of you should be in it. When Juno goes into Aries direct, a lot of you should be in serious freaking relationships, and these are your new Saturn Dasha relationships in Leo. Okay. Also with this energy here, you need to be careful with other people, because somebody could be absolutely obsessed with you and not in a good way. And this is dealing with the South Node energy with the ninth house. And this could be a time where they, like you need, be it career, or you really need to move out of the place that you live in. Okay. Because you're really not getting along with this person to the point where it's like you have to get restraining orders. Popo could be called, during this time period. This could be people like your neighbors harassing you during this time period. So this is a time where you are being, and it's going to be like hard, like really hard challenges. Like you don't even want to go to work. You don't even want to, and this is something to think about, that you may have to actually leave. And then what's going to happen if you don't leave this year, as these big giant Pluto going direct this month, Saturn going direct this month, and then this South Node and North Node energy with Taurus and Scorpio, if you don't leave during this time period, then God gonna do some divine intervention and kick you out of the situation. So just be prepared for that. So for some of you, you may want to start collecting and saving your monies at this time and start thinking about moving to a different situation, because God trying to take you out of situations, or like saying, yo, it's time to leave. You shouldn't be experiencing like all this challenges. But once you're done with the storm, the rainbow comes in. So then things start to get better. Okay. Then on the 8th at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pluto goes direct. So change is happening, and certain things may no longer apply in your life. You can be more of a doer with this energy and no longer sitting on your hands about things, and carefully monitoring your finances during this time period. Maybe watching your credit report, maybe doing more things to boost up your security with the internet so people don't hack you at this time. There could be, again, scams going on. This seems to be the theme songs. There could be love triangles happening as well. You can be relying more on your intuition and getting into power struggles with other people or with your partner. You may repress your urges because of the stigma that is associated with them. Like, like for me, like as a woman and being raised in Haiti, which is very like patriarchal society, and colonial system is based there, and still based there, it's very difficult for me. It would be very difficult for me to initiate a love relationship with a man. Like, I cannot go up to a man and be all like, oh my gosh, you want to hook up? You want to go out with me? Because they'd be like, because like that is like such a no-no for me because of my upbringing. So it's like that is like instilled in me, so I would never do something like that, so it's like something like that is a stigma for you, that you just wouldn't go there if you wanted to go there. Others of you may indulge or misuse your appetites through selfishness and destructiveness or abuse. Other Pisces will veer between these extremes, bottling up and exploding during the cycle of violence and guilt. I feel also this is, Black Moon Lilith situation happening, and you need to learn to express your self more personally and be vulnerable and be mindful and purposeful at this time. Then on the 9th at 4:55 p.m., the full moon in Aries, this is going to be forming a T-square in the 2nd, 6th, and 9th house. So for some of you, this could be dealing with somebody who's in crisis at this time, someone who's dealing with health issues, and they could be needing more of your time or energy. You can be reconnecting with people from your past at this time. You can be fighting about inheritance during this time period as well. You can be invested in other people's drama, or God forbid, somebody in your life is going to be going through sickness at this time, and being you got to be more there for them. Also, this can be dealing with whoever has to leave your life at this time. Let them leave your life. You can be hearing about news from people from different states or that live 2 hours away from you at this time as well, and they could be going through it with this energy during this time period, or their ugly truth can be revealed during this time period as well with this energy. For some of you, you can have some fateful meetings, events, first meetings happening with this energy as well. This could be love at first sight attraction happening during this time period. With this energy, it wouldn't surprise me, because Juno is going back into Pisces, so you're going to be going either through same situations, revisiting the same people, or having second chances to reconnect with certain people in your life. Unexpected, expect the unexpected during this time period. Chance meetings happening with new people in your life. Also, a time for a lot of you, this could be a lucky break in career happening, and this could be your career taking off. Then on the 10th at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury enters Libra in your 8th house. Taboos, sex, the occult, aliens, lie detector test, basically a hodgepodge of a lot of things, metaphysics, Pluto energy, break it down, build it back up again. So you are fair and diplomatic, and you tend to make everything equal when it comes to negotiations, or even if you're in a leadership position, you tend to be equal and fair and just, okay? You're very reasonable when it comes to negotiations at this time. So there's a lot of common sense coming in here with this energy. Be careful with dealing with others, because you may end up at the short end of the stick, because you can be a bit of a people pleaser as well. Credit may prove more expensive at this time, so this is not the best time for mortgages with this energy. Stay within a budget. Everyday circumstances involving communications, correspondence, or even the simple changes in your environment can be an anxiety provoking or uncomfortable for you. You may be reluctant to share and express some of your thoughts and ideas for fear that other people will have a different opinion or will say the wrong thing. You might not want others to see the more unconventional parts of yourself, so you're not very open to expressing yourself. You can feel you don't like being vulnerable with others or figured out. You don't like to be exposed at this time, so you don't like to open yourself up, because for whatever reason you're going to feel like really guilty, and you're going to feel like really dirty and ashamed, no matter how little or how far in the past it was. You just don't want to explain. On the 23rd at 12:07 a.m. Saturn goes direct. This is a time where there's a lot of energy coming in with Venus and with Scorpio in your 9th house at this time. So significant changes can be happening, major changes in your life at this time. For example, a time period where you're going to be mostly invested in dealing with helping hands at this time, lawyers, brokerages, insurance people. You could be dealing with social services for some of you with this energy. This could be dealing with the courts, and the government system can be helping you out a lot more than usual as well. Or for some of you, this could be a lot of stuff like when you were 13 years ago that are going to be coming back up at this time, and the justice system is going to want to rectify it. So it could be like situations like that as well. Realtors can be a bit more helpful during this time period. This is going to be a very busy period of time for you to get you moving in the right direction. For some of you, this can be a relocation happening at this time with this energy. meeting people and these people making things happening for you, reaching the goals, dropping off things as soon as possible, kind of like trying to hit deadlines during this time. So super busy time period. Saturn is quintiling Uranus, so I feel like there could be some good news coming in, or just plans working out exactly as planned with this energy. For others of you, I feel like there could be a shift at this time, making you feel a bit more bubbly, a bit more copacetic, because just things are just falling into place for you. For some of you, this could be a great time for online businesses and social media. This could be a great popular energy time for you, because we still have that stupid water trine happening at this time with this energy. So this could be also a great time for online dating for some of you, or just an easier time making new friends with this energy and being about your friends, especially those of you who are 30 and younger. So October 23rd, a lot of energy on October 23rd, okay? So we have at 3:52 a.m. Venus enters Scorpio, 9th house, where it's a detriment, and then we have the vortex in Virgo during this time period. So this is in your 7th house. So during this time, you could be fated with this energy and meeting the love of your life at this time. There could be events that are happening towards your destiny, or putting you on your destiny towards your soulmate at this time. It's a very interesting time period for you, with Juno in Pisces at this time, for some of you in retrograde. So for some of you, especially those crushes, could be reconnecting with you, like I said, and there could be some second chances coming up with them. Either you're working alongside them, or it could be just fated energy where you're bumping into them at this time, or they could be pursuing you during this time period. Alrighty, and if it doesn't happen now, until the South Node gets out of your 9th house and Juno goes into Aries, so there's still opportunity there. Alrighty, because sometimes people have free will, so they're allowed to do whatever they want to do. So it's very hard to control people at this time. So like in natal charts, like especially in my natal chart, I have all sorts of directions my natal chart could do. Like really, I wasn't supposed to start doing my astrology stuff till I was 60. Okay, and I totally like skipped it all, and so it's like it's like a different directions and avenues you could have gone in, should have, would have, could have kind of situations. And this other person too, should have, would have, could have. This other person may choose to stay in their long-term relationship because it's safe, it's comfortable. Some people, especially Pisces, they don't like to step out of their comfort zone. Once they're stuck, that's it, because it's comfortable. We don't really like change, and especially you got planets in Taurus, forget about it. Stubborn as hell, trying to analyze things, trying to put everything, so that could be your soulmate, just being stubborn as hell and just trying to analyze things, ignoring their intuition, so things like that can happen. Alrighty, so but you may have a chance encounter again with this person during this time period. Alrighty, also with this energy, you can be more quiet and reserved with this energy, and if your soulmate's a Pisces too, they can be more quiet and reserved. All right, for some of you, contracts can be ending at this time. So again, this could be whoever has to leave your life, let them leave your life. Certain obstacles may no longer apply in your life at this time. So this could also be during this time period, and we could feel this energy 2 weeks before that opportunities begin to open up for you during this time period. Excuse my son, he thinks I'm a casting agent and I keep telling him I'm not, so he's constantly doing songs and no, he is not acting because of his grades. So don't come for me being like I'm a casting agent. We're not. No, so excuse my little Justin Bieber wannabe son right now. So anyways, this could be also for some of you, when you're in a relationship, it's going to end at this time, because when Juno goes into your 2nd house, you're going to go into an instant serious relationship. Okay, so as quickly as that relationship ended, a new one is going to quickly begin during this time period. Then on the 23rd, 6:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the sun enters Scorpio. So this could be a really popular energy time for you, especially those of you in the social media and media. This could be a great time for getting along with those in authority with this energy. This could even be a great time for court. Depends what's going on in your natal chart. So for some of you, very creative time. You can feel more connected with source energy. Lots of communications happening. This could be a great time for online dating, meeting the soulmate, bumping into the soulmate. I would keep your thoughts positive at this time with this energy, because thoughts can really do become things, because we're dealing with the 9th house, and it got like tons of planets in here. Okay, it has Mercury, Apollo, Sun, Venus, South Node, Poseidon, Volcanus. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planets in there. Plus we take your planets from your natal chart that are in Scorpio. Oh my Lanta. Like, we so feminine energy right now. I mean, it's like we girly, okay? And the men, you are just very sensitive and emotional at this time with this energy. Like, and you know, and it's like you gotta find the male Pisces, you got to create, you're going to be a bit more analytical, because you're trying to balance out that feminine energy, but also you need to watch your emotional self, because you're very creative, you're very intuitive, even though for some of you may not be trusting it, but you're super shy at this time. So you kind of like need, you know, women are not going to chase you, okay? And even in the LGBT community, you know, you can find yourself staring at somebody like this. Casey Kasem. Bottom lip open up. Yes, and we're just going to stare at each other. So, and guess what? You're going to stare at that person for a very long time, and you're going to be coming to me every other week to see if y'all gonna hook up. And no, you have to make it happen. You have to step out of your comfort zone. Yes, this is all about Pisces stepping out of their comfort zone, especially the Pisces male, and stop sitting on your hands about things that you want at this time. Yes, be tenacious, be that masculine energy. Easier said than damn done, I know. So it's not the easiest energy time for you, my male Pisces, during this time period, okay? So just be aware of that. Let me see what else. This could also be taking your responsibilities a lot more seriously at this time, and it's going to bring to your attention. Legal issues can be coming up with immigration. For some of you, could be volunteering your time and energy, being more about politics at this time, with this energy being more about your community. I feel like, you know, this is the time where you need to make sure that you have all your I's, your T's, your P's all dot and crossed. Make sure everything is signed. Double check your paperwork, because this is going to be a time period where like you're going to find yourself pulled over, and then like your registration doesn't match the car because you got the wrong registration, and then you're going to find out there's going to be a theme song, or you lost your driver's license, or you can find yourself constantly losing your driver's license and getting pulled over by Popo. Okay, Popo gonna love the Pisces this year. It's gonna be like, damn, I can't do nothing without the Popo on my ass, you know? And it's because the universe wants to say, take care of your responsibility. So those of you with suspended licenses, don't drive with your suspended license, because you're gonna get caught. Just go to that court, make that payment, and you all done. Okay? Don't stretch it out, make it worse than what it is. Take care of your responsibilities at this time. Take care of your paper, because it's all going to catch up to you during this time period, and you're not going to like it. It's just going to be just annoying. Still having that cold. Just annoying at this time. I feel like for some of you, again, dealing with different countries and stuff like that, and people from your past could be reaching out to you at this time, and these people could live 2 hours away from you. This could be dealing with like in-laws, family members that don't live in the same country or state as you, reaching out to you and wanting to have a relationship with you. It's up to you what you want to do with that, okay? But yeah, so some of you could be, you know, the problem with fishies is that once you end something with them, they don't want nothing to do with you. Aquarius and Pisces are like that. Once you break that bond, it's like, I'm done. I don't even know why we're here. I don't even know why we're doing this. Why are you talking to me? You know, so it's kind of like that. So, you know, but you can still be receiving messages from far away with this energy. For some of you, this could be issues with your passport. If you got married and stuff like that, this could be, and you try to switch everything over, that could be problematic. Or you trying to get that driver's license that's like a passport, that could be problematic. You may have to go back to the county or the state that you were married. Oh, it's going to be so, you know, so this is you cleaning up your mess and getting everything in order. On the 23rd at 9:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Juno goes back into Pisces. Helping hands are now activated for some of you. This is a crush coming back into your life, or you may manifest love into your life. This is love affairs happening with this energy. New love coming in. You benefit through other people this month, making things happen for you, pushing for you. You could also benefit through your partner at this time. You and your mate or lover can have the opportunity to enjoy a mutual interest, find satisfactory solutions at this time to any problems that might arise. You will want your loving companion to be there for you, to share your ups and downs, and to show loyalty and commitment to the relationship. You expect the same amount of devotion and affection which you lavish on your mate to be fully reciprocated. Entertaining in your home or hosting an event or party with your partner should be rewarding. If you're currently unattached, this period could bring in brand new love and attraction, and you could meet this person through a party or social gathering. Then on the 25th at 6:49 a.m., the new solar eclipse, partial eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. It is a good time for writing and publishing. Dreams could prove very revealing and show you an aspect of your life that you have not considered. Write down your dreams for later reference. This is in your 9th house. The South Node is going to be conjunct with the new moon energy. This would be a great time to get your juju, your voodoo, your santeria on during this time period as well. This is a transformative time period for you. This could be dealing with immigration, publishing, writing, bloggers, long distance communications. Family that don't live near you could be contacting you at this time as well. Legalities could be coming up with this energy as well. Those with authority, those who are older than you, your neighbors who are older than you, you could be dealing with them as well, dealing with the subconscious mind. So this could also be a great time for personal growth, emotional growth, spiritual growth could be happening with this energy. This is a time of self-realizations. A lot of truth could be revealed at this time. What was once upon a time hidden can now be revealed. So this could be a lot of revealing conversations that you didn't know about, or you didn't know how your partner actually felt about you. And this could be a lot of revealing, a lot of revelations happening with this energy. If somebody did you wrong like 10, 11, 13, 20 years ago, that stuff could be coming up at this time, or there could be a removal of obstacles. Schooling could be a lot easier for others, for some of you, especially if you've had a hard time with schooling, especially if you were like, if you always had a hard time getting a degree or getting a major because something would always come up or something would end. This time period is a beautiful time period to try to work towards that, because you can have an easier time, because this stellium is going to stay for a while in the sign of Scorpio, okay? So this could be an easier time taking tests, going back to school, licensing, learning something new at this time. For some of you, this is certain karmic things no longer apply in your life. This could also be for some of you a time for karma, taking care of your responsibilities, paying your dues at this time, literally with this energy. Lessons about taking care of your responsibilities. So pay attention to the challenges that are coming up. Either you have to move out of a situation because it's become too toxic, and this could be just dealing with neighbors, and neighbors could be very attacking, or your landlord at this time with this energy. So things can happen during this time. You could get evicted from your house for no reason because you've been there for like 11, 10 years. All of a sudden evicted and then kicked out of your house. So this, and you paid for your bills and stuff. So it could be situations like that. Then on the 28th at 1:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jupiter is in retrograde, moves back into the sign of Pisces. For some of you, this energy is not going to be emotional or anything like that, but it's not going to be the easiest energy. You can go through a depression. You can feel restless at this time because it's a mutable sign, Pisces is. So you can feel like anxiety-ish. You can feel like very much the pessimist, a realist. For some of you, you can feel clear-headed and grounded, and you could be diving into your spiritual life at this time and working on the self. It's going to be very hard for you during this time period until Jupiter goes direct, which I think is at the I think it's at the end of December when it goes direct. I'm not sure, but I will check that out. But this is going to be a time period here where it's going to be very hard to push for the things that you want. Again, you benefit through helping hands at this time with this energy. So make sure you ask for help, swallow your pride. For some of you, this is still in your second house of money. So your emotional self is going to dictate your financial situation. This is going to be here. You could dive into your spirituality at this time with this energy. Your finances are probably well managed at this time. You're more inclined to be thrifty. Steady and dependable gains can happen. In the first house, you're more practical and making steady progress towards your goals. Your disposition is more serious than usual. This is an opportunity to build something long lasting in your life. You're able to make steady progress, but this can also put an emphasis on stability and creating that stability in your life. And that could be with that ninth house energy, dealing with documentations, being more like keeping track and more organized of your documents, of your paperwork during this time period, of your bills, of your old bills too. So it could be a situation like that where you're getting more organized with your personal paperwork, your personal documents at this time. And that could be also the emphasis as well for some of you with this energy and being more responsible in regards to that and having all your paperwork set out, because ninth house deals with social services, deals with government, and so does the eighth house as well. I feel like you can make some fast leaps here or advances. You're likely to have more patience and be balanced in the first house, and this could be a time where you're very pragmatic when it comes to implementing your ideas. Then Mercury moves into Scorpio at 3:22 p.m. in the ninth house on the 29th, where it's a detriment. So traveling can have a profound effect on your mind. Often a time of arguments seem to be convincing, and they're subject to be dogma or truth at this time. So that can get you in trouble with this energy. So I wouldn't believe the hype or propaganda with this energy. You can be obsessed with someone, or someone can be obsessed with you. You can be learning a new language or invested in your religion. You can be inspired by other people. You can be adaptable and go with the flow. This could be a time of a family reunion or reconnecting with somebody from your past. This could be dealing with inheritance during this time period, traveling back to the past with this energy, literally in order to get back your inheritance. Or for some of you, this could be working on getting your visa at this time as well, and dealing with immigration during this time period. And unfortunately, you could be traveling back to where you used to live, or where they think that you lived, and you could be like a freaking US citizen, so it could be like that. And then reuniting with family again during this time period. You do have a big stellium happening with a kite energy happening. This could be a move or relocation happening for some of you to a different state or a country at this time. A great time for communications. You can be receiving some much needed good news. In regards to legalities, it could be a popular energy time for you, especially those of you in media or social media. This could be a beautiful time for dealing with those in authority. They tend to listen to you a little bit more than usual. They tend to be a bit more helpful and be very instructive on what for you to do and where you need to go. On the 30th at 9:26 a.m., Mars, it goes into retrograde in your third house. Oh, not in your third house. Hold on. In your fourth house. I'm sorry. So the focus is going to be on the men in your life. Your male children could be having problems. They could be a little bit more about their freedom at this time. You could also be more about your freedom during this time period as well. So you could expect some restless energy, or you're dealing with college, or dealing with children in elementary school or high school, and you could find that they could be a bit problematic. They could also be dealing with learning disabilities at this time. They can also be prone or even accident prone with this energy because they're not making the best decision. They're very impulsive. This is not the best time to make decisions. Get a second opinion. You should also try not to make promises you can't keep. You can't keep at this time with this energy. I feel like also there could be a lot of starts and stops at this time when it comes to ideas that you have, and this could be remained unresolved. There's no follow through on commitments here. Everything is a little bit up in the air and dicey, and it doesn't have to be with you. It could just be with like other people in your life where they're being flaky at this time. And especially the men in your life could be super flaky and not know what the hell is going on, or not be very organized with this energy. Negotiations are favored in that you find out what can't be done, and you can hammer into shape which can. But patience can be short. So, and this is going to be like ongoing to like January 13th of next year. And it's being even tempered that will best see you through situations. It's better to accomplish things in small, repetitive efforts than to try to have big push and see it careen off course. Your staying power is testability. This is you being more about your sanity at this time. You could also be using this time period to work on yourself. The King of Coins, this could be like you and your partner, like working home. This could also be you being a bit more of a workaholic at this time, and not staying, and not like, just like a real disconnect happening with love relationships during this time period as well with this energy. So this could either be like you ignoring your partner at this time, and just like there's a lack of communication going on between the both of you. So this is not the easiest time period for love relationships during this time. The Ten of Cups, more clarity. You can feel grounded at this time with this energy. You can be working on yourself and more about your subconscious mind with this energy. For some of you, the focus can be on home, and this could be like your perspective changing as well, or this could be like your relationships at home changing. The Page of Cups, watch your emotional self when it's over here, because it can be like a little bit of an emotional roller coaster ride of feelings. This can be an emotionally confusing time for you. The Six of Wands, I hear that there are going to be promises that were meant for you that are going to be kept. Okay, so I feel like there is some stability in that. So for things that haven't happened for you in the longest time, and things that you wanted and thought, I feel like those could be coming back into your life at this time. I feel like certain people can be keeping their promises to you during this time period as well, and showing their worth and value in the relationship. The Four of Cups, very much about your stability and securing the bag. Very much the workaholic at this time with this energy, but also a lot of emotional cards, a lot of cup cards here, so watch your emotional self. The Three of Coins, I see on the job training coming up for you with this energy. I feel like the people at work may like you a lot because you're very reliable to them and you're consistent in your actions. The Six of Coins, I feel like you can be very giving with this energy. I do feel like, with the sixes, Venus energy, Venus and Libra energy, you're very diplomatic at this time. You're very much about what is fair, what is right, what is just, okay? And you do make it a point to treat everybody the same this month. The Knight of Swords, I do see some ultimatums being given out. I do see new love, but again, I mean, it's like the Page of Cups. I mean, it's kind of like, damn. So, until we get like somebody else there, like a king or a queen, then I'll be like, okay. But until then, I'm just kind of like, it's you. It's you, isn't it, bitch? So I'm not satisfied. All right. The Knight of Cups. New love. Okay, there is a love offer. There is options when it comes to love coming up for you. I feel like for some of you, you may have a deep emotional connection to somebody else. You can be reconnecting with that person. This can be an emotionally confusing time for some of you with this energy as well. So you can expect a lot of confusion when it comes to things that you want. I do see success at this time happening for you in regards to career, which is going to heal a lot of emotional wounds at this time. I also feel like you can be very resentful. Okay, and the 9th house deals with purging the emotional tar. So there's a lot of emotional tar that's going to come out at this time with this energy. So this can be an emotional time for you where you're very mental and very much in your head. And I don't mean like mental crazy. For some of you, you could actually be dealing with mental health issues during this time period. So take care of yourself on that. But it could be a time period as well where you're dealing with like a lot of animosity and anger, because you're still angry about a situation and you haven't really let that situation go. And you can be dealing with resentment during this time period, okay? because you haven't let it go. So logic could be holding you back. You need logic at this time, or put things in a way to help you move on from a situation, because it's causing you a lot of problems. Very stubborn, not wanting to move away from that energy, not wanting to forgive and let go. The Tower card, change is happening. For some of you, this is traveling. For some of you, this is a move happening with this energy here as well. The Chariot card, I do see some much needed good news coming up for you this week. Like for some of you, this is dealing with your responsibilities at this time and your problems, but you will come up with some kind of solution. There will be help for you coming up at this time. I do feel like you're in for smooth changes with this energy as well. So take care of your responsibilities during this time period. For others of you, if you're stuck in a situation, know that somebody will come along and help you out of the situation. I feel this is about releasing your karmic bonds with other people. And this is a time where you could be dealing with a spiritual awakening, learning to forgive the actions of others. This is spiritually evolving by choosing to trust your soul path during this time period, whatever it means to you. This could be a tough healing process that you could be going through. And this could be like literally like leaving a relationship at this time. For some of you, you can be dealing with separation or loss with this energy. So this is not the easiest energy time for you. You could be very closed off and cautious towards love at this time. So you're not so quick to move into a love relationship because you're scared of being hurt with this energy. The Star card. Some of you here that this could be recommitting to your goals because you see things from a different light. You see things from a different perspective at this time. Your consciousness is growing, changing, and evolving. This is a time for maturity. Like everything happens for a reason, and you understand why everything is happening for a reason at this time with this energy, okay? This could be like focusing in, this energy brings about hope into something that you are looking for at this time, okay? But also it brings about clarity or optimism into the future. The Two of Coins, burning the candles at both ends of the stick, a busy energy time period for you. The Six of Swords, I feel like for some of you, get the hell out of your damn head. It's not the place to be. There is a new normal coming up for you, okay? For some of you, this could be on a physical level. For some of you, this could be a move happening here, and this could be like new beginnings coming up and getting it adaptable to your new normal and your new situation and trying to accept your situation for what it is. The Four of Wands, I feel like for some of you here that this could be focusing on family and traditions and focusing on what you can control during this time period. The Nine of Wands, dealing with your fears and emotional setbacks with this energy and possibly your regrets at this time. This could be like waiting for something at this time that you want. So something that you want is coming to fruition. It is happening. You can manifest it, but it's not coming in the time that you want during this time period. So know that. So know that you have to be patient. It is coming up. The cards see it, you know, and you will get what you want. You just have to wait for it, be resilient, and go through the challenges, because whatever challenges that you're going through at this time is taking you into the direction that you need to be in, okay? So for some of you, this could be divine intervention, but maybe you're not at the consciousness that you need to be at, or at the maturity level that you need to be at this time to receive this gift or to receive what you want to receive at this time. The Queen of Cups, I feel like for some of you, this could be recommitting to your goals. I feel like for some of you, this could be second chances, either second chances with love or certain opportunities at this time that you're not going to squander during this time period. For some of you, this can be new love coming in with this energy. For some of you, this could be somebody in love with you, somebody obsessed with you, but at the same time scared to open up about their feelings to you. Either they're not ready, either they're too jaded by what's happened to them in love at this time, but know that it's there. Know that it's going to be manifested and happening, you know. So know that you have a chance to be with this person, but it may not be on the time that you want, and this person may not be ready for anything because they have been through the ringer with the last relationship, you know, or they're still going through it, or they just feel better being by themselves, okay? But I don't recall, I think I had like 110 in here. Yeah, 10 of cups. Let me see how many 10s I have. Because 10s mean that I'm good being by myself, you know, and I don't see that many 10s, so I don't feel like they're necessarily good at being by themselves. But for right now, for whatever reason, this person needs to heal. I feel like this person has gone through a lot, okay, a lot of grieving with this energy. But I do feel like, you know, you two have a lot in common. This could possibly be dealing with a Leo sign or a fire sign, but you two have a lot in common. The Hierophant card, you can be turning a hobby into a money-making idea, or this could be your hobby, like you're doing on the social media, can get very big, and it can turn into something very big and popular for you. So mazel with that. The Moon card, I feel at this time, trust your intuition with this energy. I feel like fate can be playing its hand during this time period. Definitely fate. Tower and Chariot with the Hierophant card. Fate is definitely intervening during this time period. So expect the unexpected this month, especially with 9th house energy. So certain things may no longer apply in your life, period. I feel like for some of you, this could be a situation here where you could be at the right place at the right time, because your intuition wants you to act on it instead of sitting on it, okay? So this could be just being at the right place at the right time kind of situation, and intuitively knowing. The Strength card, I feel like you can be mastering certain situations in your life. This is courage. This is ambition. We can be feeling a bit more fearless, delving more into certainty during this time period as well with this energy. The Queen of Wands, I feel with this energy here, emphasis on new love coming in with this energy. So it's a beautiful time for love. Again, ultimatums can be appearing during this time period in regards to relationships. So relationships can be confusing, but you do have an emphasis on new love. But with the Cup cards, I feel like you already know this person, okay? And the Eight of Wands. For some of you, this could be good news coming in. This could be traveling. This is a time where you're creating your own reality this month. Your girl Marie by liking, subscribing, and sharing. I don't know, I will be doing the daily horoscopes this week. Also, I will be working on the weekly horoscopes for next week as well, and then starting the monthly horoscopes a little bit early so I can get these out a little bit more on time. So thank you for your patience with me, and have a fabulous and blessed week. Kisses.